Hi guys, Ethereal Awakening here doing individual zodiac sign readings. This one is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Check your North nodes. If you don't have a natal chart, just go onto Google and Google free natal chart, and then anyone, or it was pretty good. So when you get there, you'll have to have the exact time of birth and your birthplace. And don't guess at your birth time. If you don't know, just put noon. But that'll give you a readout that shows you all the different planets and constellations placement at the exact time of your birth. So you can kind of dive deeper into Scorpio and see the layers of other zodiacal signs and things like that into who you are. I'm jumping right into these readings today because for about once a week for the past 3 weeks or so, I've had this feeling. And the best way I can describe it, I described it in another reading, is it's kind of like when you're on a roller coaster and you know on a regular roller coaster you crest the top of the hill and you're going to go over. Well, this roller coaster is right at that top and it's rocking. Like you don't know when it's going to go. So this feeling is like incredible. I've had it, like I said, once a week for the past 3 weeks or so. So Spirit, what messages are for Scorpio? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in the sign of Scorpio. Spirit, what messages do we have for Scorpio? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Spirit, what messages are for Scorpio? Scorpio. All right. Thank you in advance. First two cards are current energy. Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Morality. Turn, turn, turn. With Strength. Scorp. Heart Space, Ace of Rods, along with Chariot. Dang. So, right away, you have sat in a way of thinking or a way of perceiving your situation. Whatever situation is, I'm being very vague because these general readings are, today especially, if you get it, you get it. Whatever situation that you're in, you're tired of it. Like, you're finding that the longer you've sat in it, the stronger you're getting to get out of it. And that's what the Wheel of Fortune with the Strength card is. It's recognizing that something, I mean, like if you're in a relationship that you're not happy with, recognizing that that same fight is coming up again. And you don't want to have that same fight again. It's been 3 days. It's coming. Like, it's not that you schedule your fights with your significant other, but that you just know, oh, we've had a couple good days. It's coming. And so you're recognizing that that's been, like, because you're sitting there going, oh my gosh, I can schedule my fights. I know that they're coming. I don't want to be in this anymore. This sucks. But you're recognizing, since being in it for so long, that's the strength you need to get out of it. And then in your heart space, not only the strength, but the motivation and the drive. Like, Scorpio's gone. Scorpio's like, psh, deuces. I'm tired of this. I'm not saying that's an easy decision. I'm not saying that leaving some long-term relationship that you've been into, some job that you've been at for years and years, is easy. It's not. But you've gained the emotional strength and momentum and drive to do it. Possible outcome. Scorpio, shut up. Look at that. My happiness is what the outcome is going to be. Something worth defending. You got the 7 of Rods. Recognizing that sitting in this cycle is so monotonous and so life-crushing that you want your happiness and you're ready to, like, let me, get at me, bro. Look at him. He's like, I have something to stand on now, and it's my own happiness. That's how worth it. I got to get out of this. I got to get out of this way of being, this way of thinking, this relationship, this job, this family dynamic, whatever it is. It's definitely, you've been in it so long, you're just like, you know, the job that the customers are, you're getting to that point where you see these cycles, and you're like, I can schedule my fights. I can tell you it's been 2 days. The customer's gonna, whatever. Like you know when this crap is gonna hit the fan, and you're so tired of the crap hitting the fan, like, and having to pick that up, and then just to have it a couple days later happen all over again. Scorpio's gone. Scorpio's like, I deserve happiness, and I will take you out if you get in my way. No violence. This is all spiritually being taken out. Spiritually cutting out what will be in the way of you and your happiness. And there's nothing wrong with that, Scorpio. As long as you are not violent, you're not mean, you're not creating more bad karma for yourself, to relieve yourself of something that's been karmically crushing you, spiritually crushing you. There's nothing wrong with that. Your happiness is worth it. Your fulfillment is worth it. You, by proxy, you, by being that channel of happiness, those around you that matter to you will be happier. Underlying energy, or what you might not be aware of: the Hanged Man, Awakening, the Tower, and the Three of Cups. So, what you might not be aware of is that this is going to completely change who you are. Whatever lesson this is I think you've learned the lesson, and now you're just trying to maneuver like out of it. Which there's a lot of this kind of maneuvering. I'm just ready to leave, and I need to figure out how to get out. Well, to simply change your perspective and let the thing fall wherever it falls. It's trusting your intuition, because your intuition isn't involved with anybody around you. Again, those who mind don't matter. Those who matter don't mind. So when you are making choices, well, I can't do this because so-and-so, you're just settling right back into that cycle you're trying to get out of. So this is on the other side of the Tower card here. Letting the Tower fall. Not giving two hoots what anybody thinks, because at the end of the day, they don't live your life. If they're not creating happiness with you, we'll see you on the flip side. See you on the dark side of the moon. On the other side of fear. This is what's on the other side of fear. Removing the people, judgments outside of yourself is a release of fear. I no longer fear what people are going to think about me if I go through a divorce. I'm no longer fearing what is going to happen if I quit my job. I'm going to be fine. I'm going to be a new me, pulling in happiness and fulfillment. Happy people are successful. Not successful people are happy. And that's the lesson that's here. Dude, the Death card is the very next card on that. Spirit is with you, Scorpio. So the fear of how this is going to play out. And Mr. Ken Jeong, the Hangover guy. But did you die? No. No, you didn't die. And you're going to be stronger for having done it. For letting the chips fall wherever they fall. Look at this imagery of falling. The imagery of things falling wherever the chips lie. You might end up on your head, but you won't be in that cycle anymore, and you'll have the opportunity to learn about yourself and still strive for your happiness. Your happiness doesn't mean anybody has to die or be hurt. You can do this in a way where I'm just trying to relieve us all, whoever's involved, cutting your ties from a job. It's not personal. It's, I got to do this for me. New perspective. New you gets to be on the other side of that tower. So I hope this has helped. That's all I got for you. Bye.